everyone, with you Hiba and Sarah again in another video from your favorite channel شوية من كل شيء, little bit of everything. We are bringing you today another Moroccan dish, but this is going to be part of our bread series. Moroccans are very famous for their variety of breads. So if you go to the north, you go to the south or middle of Morocco, Marrakesh or any different cities, you will find some bread which are typical of those cities. Right now we're gonna just start with the general type of bread that they're eating for breakfast, and they're very easy to make. So join me. Today I'm gonna show you, or today we're gonna show you batbout, which is small fluffy bread, cooked on top of the skillet, and you can eat it with almond butter, with any kind of topping you want, or you can make sandwiches with it. So the ingredient we need for this bread for batbout, we will need, like here I'm doing just 3 cups of flour. This flour is not your regular all-purpose flour. It's semolina flour or Durham fine, super fine semolina flour. So basically, this is more when you cook it, it's more fluffy. It's literally it's like butter melt in your mouth. This kind of bread is so delicious. So you will need 3 cups of Durham super fine semolina flour. For this amount of flour, I'm gonna use 1 teaspoon of dry yeast, salt to taste. Some people don't add salt at all, but salt to taste, and water. I don't have a right measurement for water, so basically it's gonna be as you need it. So I will show you how the dough should be, So warm water, lukewarm water. Okay. So for the first thing I'm gonna do is gonna show you how to activate these more, So what I'm gonna need, I'm gonna take the yeast. I'm gonna add approximately 1 or 2 teaspoons of flour. It doesn't have to be a right measurement, okay? And a little bit of lukewarm water, and I'm gonna be mixing it until I get small kind of dough. So this one will help, the yeast getting activated more, and then later on when you use it for the bread, it's gonna be, easy to rise. In old ages in Morocco, people didn't used to use this kind of yeast. Basically, they use yeast that they make from at home, and that bread made with that yeast is even more tastier, and I'm sure it's more healthy. Probably another time we'll bring you that recipe how to make Moroccan home yeast or Moroccan old yeast from scratch, So you just mix it good and leave it for some time. Probably you can cover it and leave it for probably 5 minutes. So the first thing what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna add the flour. So I'm gonna use KitchenAid. Usually, some people prefer to use their hand, so I'm just gonna use KitchenAid here. But you can mix it with your hand too, especially if the quantity is not really a lot. For the last one, I'm known for using my hand for everything. How about you, Sarah? Do you like to cook with your hand and mix with your hand and everything?
Yes,
do?
I like to use my hand more than...
Yeah, we're used to that. So I'm gonna add salt accordingly, a little bit salt. And salt all the time, like I said, is to taste. And then I'm gonna add my mixture of yeast and flour. I'm just moving the stuff away. I like to have a clean space when I work. So then I'm just gonna turn on the machine, and let's add water accordingly. The dough shouldn't be loose, neither should be really hard. The consistency should be when you touch it, you can squeeze it a little bit, but it shouldn't be really loose. So I'm gonna add water and start turning it on and mixing. After kneading the dough and the KitchenAid, here is the end result of it. So you let it set for 5 to 10 minutes until kind of like it's not gonna double in size, but at least become more like, you know, the yeast gonna be activated and like it's gonna add in its size. You surely, you know, you need to cover it with plastic or anything, you know, like that, or dumb cloth. Okay. So for after resting the dough for the amount I told you, now I have divided it into like two because I need to show you guys like two way of making this bread. There is the old-fashioned way and there is the, you know, like the new way for people who like want to do things quickly and be done. So the old-fashioned way is like you take the main dough and you try to kind of make like small ball, like so basically you squeeze it like this, you know. So roll it your hand, put a little bit of flour, and then try to kind of like make a round piece of bread. Moroccan by nature, when they cook, they're very, very perfectionist in their way. They like things a certain way. So yeah, so excuse me if I'm like trying to get up. Okay, so basically this is the thickness, how it should be. So we're gonna be putting in resting rag because it needs to be to rise. Okay, so I'm gonna make another one just to show you. So basically you take your dough and you make a ball, squeeze it. The first thing our moms, when we were young, the first thing they give us, like this is one of our first memories with making the dough or even playing with it. It's like when they make bread, they will give us one small ball and then they will like ask us to make our own, like, our own like small bread that we will end up cooking. I think I was like 7, 8 years old. How about you, Sarah? How old were you when you made your first bread, like small bread,
10
like
years.
this? 10 years?
10
Yeah.
years or 11 years maybe, yeah.
So here you go again.
But I used to make the very good bread.
I'm sure. So now what does it mean? Now you don't make a good bread?
No, not anymore. No.
Yeah.
No,
So
it's not the same thing. It was more good than now.
here's another
Because
trick.
I
Really?
use my hand.
Oh yeah,
in the
because now
past.
the machine you have.
Now I use the machine.
Yeah,
it's not the
it's
same
very
thing,
hard.
yeah.
I want to just show them another way that we learn how to make the ball like of dough. So basically, you kind of like whatever left over, the last piece, you kind of, you know, squeeze it from all to kind of like hidden all those imperfection, and then you put a little bit of flour and you go like this, round it like this, you know. So this is, I think, it's a Moroccan trick, I would say. And then spread
It's
it.
a hard job.
It is. That's why I start with it. Then after that, I'm gonna show them the easy one. Our way of making, people who want to be done quickly and they don't want to be like standing in the kitchen for hours and hours. There is a better way.
Now we don't have anymore enough time to do it with
No,
the
you
traditional
can't.
way. It's
Yes.
yeah.
Time to time is okay when you're gonna make like 2 or 3 breads, but when it is like big amounts, then the other one is better. Okay.
Yeah.
So just this one is like stubborn. I think I'm done. Just rub it a little bit, fix it, and put in my. Okay. Now our way. Ta-da! So the rolling pin. Yay! Everybody's like every chef favorite and every cook favorite tools, especially when you make bread. So okay, so I'm gonna be taking like the big ball of dough and just spreading it, turning. I think this is a good thickness, right? Like the same one. Okay, trick is, you take your cutter, round cutter. Depend on the size you want them. So I make this size because this is good enough for breakfast or for, you know, sandwiches. And you cut it. I think it's not cut enough. I need more muscles. Okay. So this creates perfect piece.
Easier.
Make it. Yeah, it's way easier. You see? Now your choice.
This is the most important part.
Yeah. Your choice. See how much it took us to make these ones comparatively to the old one? No time. They definitely need a little bit more flour. And kind of like making it same. Okay. Okay. So you're gonna continue like this until you're done with all your dough, and then we're gonna come back to cook them. Okay. Let them rise for, sorry about that, let them rise for about like 20 minutes. So, and make sure you cover them with another towel, and then I'll show you how they should be before we start cooking. Now I'm gonna show you how to cook this bread. Okay, you see now how it has risen. This is how it should be looking. So you turn on the skillet into like a high heat, and again, like you kind of like in the beginning you turn it high, and then you like, you know, slow it down, so it's gonna be medium high. Okay, you make sure it's warm. I'm gonna like gently put my breads. Since my skillet is a little bit big, so I'm gonna be like using a couple of them or cooking a couple of them. Push this one here. I'm gonna do 3, but then turn on the whole things. So I'm gonna wait until like it start like cooking from the one side, then flip it into the other side. I think it's ready now. This bread is so delicious. You can eat it with almond butter, peanut butter, like, or jam and butter, cheese. Like it's really good, and since it's homemade, so it's like healthy too. So I'm just gonna keep flipping, and then I'll show you at the end the results, how it's gonna look. Okay, ladies, so here is our bread, how it's supposed to be. So it's still like fluffy. So you can either eat it with, again, eggs, like almond butter, peanut butter, whatever. Or you can, actually there's another way we use this bread to kind of like, you know, we open it like this. And then you can stuff it with like whatever, shawarma or steak or like, you know, whatever filling like you can do. And we will be showing you like other recipes where we use this bread as a sandwich bread. I'm giving you like and you know, cooking for you guys different, you know, Moroccan sandwiches and filled bread, you know. Today I'm just serving it with the sesame seed butter. Actually, Morocco is very famous for their almond butter, sesame seed, and mostly it's made with argan oil. So mostly people know it, know argan oil just for cosmetic. But actually, first and most people, Moroccan, they eat it with their food or as a dip. So this sesame seed butter is made with argan oil and honey and roasted sesame seed. And definitely this is a family like recipe, like from the southern Morocco, like the Amazigh people. So definitely we will be sharing with you this recipe in another movie. So please do subscribe. Another video. So please do subscribe and like, view, like, and share, and give us your comments. Leave a comments. We'd love to hear back from you guys, and you know, to like see you guys in another video from Shouya Min Kulshi with Sarah and Hiba, and goodbye. Bye bye.